Hi students, welcome to our science class. In the last few classes we discussed about chemistry chapter. Actually, our science is of three parts. That is, we can split the science as physics, chemistry and biology. You already studied some chapters in biology and we also discussed two chapters in chemistry. And now today we are going to discuss one chapter related to this physics. And no need of using new note. You can write the continuation of chemistry as this chapter. No need of buying new note and just write. You can write it as continuation of our chemistry chapter. So our new chapter name is motion and measurement of distance. In this chapter, basically we are dealing with how to measure the distance, and also we will study what is motion, which are the different types of motion, like all the things we are going to study. So first of all, in this chapter we are going to start with something interesting. That is, this is your home and this is your school. This is school and this is home. And how you are going to your school from home? Maybe, is it near? You can go to school by walking. Or if it is little far, you can use cycle, bus or by motorcycle or like the scooter. Like any type of vehicles you can select and you can go to school from home. And now my question is, do all these vehicles are from the ancient time itself? No. Now the question is, what are the old transportation method, how we traveled from one place to another? Do these aeroplanes, train and the bus, all the things are there in the previous time? No. First of all, we are going to discuss the story of transport. In this region, no complications are there. We are just talking about which are the old vehicles we use and how we used to transport from one place to another. That is the only thing we are here discussing. Story of transport. This transport means the movement from one place to another. And how we travel from one place to another? At the very long time ago, there was no such vehicle. And then how we travel? We travel by walking. That means we can say there is no means of transport. No means of transport. And we used to travel through our foot. That means we are walking. That is the meaning of this. And after so many years, they started to use the animals. They started to use animals like camel, donkey, horse, like different animals to transport and also take some huge luggages. So, first there was no transport method, and then after so many years, they started to use animals to carry huge luggages, and also they used to travel through these animals. They just take on these animals and just travel. And then something got interesting invented, and that is nothing but the wheel. Wheel got invented, and that's how we have the bullock cart and all. We are depending on the bullock. So, at that time, the invention of wheel was there, and so our transportation method is more easier than previous. And so then what happens is this. After so many years, we invented steam engine. We invented steam engine. That means it is a type of engine that is working with the help of steam. That is the steam engine. That means where we use this steam engine in the transportation, we used this in the train. We used it in the train. Not I am talking about the train that we can see today. It was the train where the steam engines train. And so later we just invented automobiles. Automobiles means the vehicles that we can see, the car, bus, scooter, like all the things included in automobiles. And then after so many years, we invented aeroplane. Aeroplane. First, it was only something that can be fly, but not possible to travel with the humans. But later, it's also possible that humans can fly through this aeroplane. And then invented electric train, monorail, spacecraft, etc. So these are the travel or the story of the transport. That means at the initial stage there is no transport was there. Then we used animals to travel. Then we invented wheel and we used steam engine in the train. Then we invented automobiles. Then aeroplane came. And then the electric train, monorail, spacecraft, like different vehicles there came and we used it to transport from one place to another, and also we can travel to very long distances. So this is the story of transport. It is just mentioned in your textbook. You please read it. And also they mentioned about the transport in water. This is actually through the aeroplane included. That means we can say it as through the air and normally through the road. And now what about the water transport? Transport through water. In the ancient time itself, people used to travel through water using the boat. But in the ancient time, the boat was not something having the shape today's, and it is like something we are just tying together some of the wood logs. And this was the first boat. And people used to travel through this. So that is what we call it as logs of wood. Nothing, we are just taking the wood logs which is having cavity inside this wood and just tying it together, and it helps to travel through the water. That is the only thing. And after so many years, we just did that using the wood itself. We gave some particular shape to the boat. We know when we are drawing the boat, it is having some particular shape is there. So after so many years, we just gave a particular shape for the boat. And for the shape, it is having some particular name is there, and that is called streamlining. And you will study this streamlining detail in biology part about the fishes and all. Actually, the thing is this, for the transport through the water, it needs some particular shape. That means when you are observing the fish, it is a particular shape like this, that it is easy to move through the water. And also when we are thinking about the boat also, and when we are looking at the top, we can see the same shape is there, and that shape is what? Streamline. Nothing is there. You can study in detail in the biology part. Now just understand that. So, at initial stage, the board is in the logs of wood. That means we are just tying the wood together, and then we give a particular shape to the board, and later we attach motor to the board. That means when we start the motor, then it will move automatically on the water. That is the motor attached board or motorized board. So these are all about the story of transport. Just read it through your textbook. Nothing is there. Now we are coming to the point. The topic is the measurement of length. Measurement of length. We always need to measure some particular length. And what is this measurement means? We are usually using this term measurement. And what is this measurement? We can define this term measurement as it is the comparison, it is the comparison of an unknown quantity with some known quantity. So this is what the measurement. The definition is very simple. It is the comparison of an unknown quantity to with some known quantity. Here basically two terms are there, unknown quantity and known quantity. I will explain it with one of the example, and then it will be familiar for you. You will understand that. For example, here we have three children. Child A, child B and child C. And I am instructing these three children to measure the length of this board. But the problem is this, within their hands they have no scale. But in their hand they have three pencils. That means you can see this is for the A, this is for the B, this red one is for the B and this yellow is for the C. So this child is having this pencil is there, and the child want to measure the length of the board by putting this and take the number of pencil how much. That is the thing. So we are going to conduct the experiment. So first this A is having the lengthy pencil and just put it here, and actually the thing, I know the length of the pencil and I don't know the length of this board. So here I am comparing the unknown length. Which is the unknown length? This is the unknown length. And here I am comparing the unknown length to the known length. This is the known length. So the thing is that I am just putting it here and take the number of pencils how much it will reach. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I can say 5 pencil. This is the length for this child A. Now the second one is having the red pencil, and this child is going to measure the length with the same method using the another pencil. And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So for it is 12 pencil. It is 12. And the third child is having little more small pencil having yellow color, and the third one is going to measure the length using this pencil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So for this it is having 15 pencil. Here we measured the same length using different pencil. That's why we get, for the first child, she will say here the length is of 5 pencil. But the second child will say no, the length is 12 pencil, and the third will say both are wrong. Here the length is of 15 pencil. Actually, the three things are right within their concept. That means this child uses lengthy pencil, and this use little more small pencil, and this use very small pencil, and that's why they got different values. And do you think this is a proper method of measuring the length of this? No, not at all a proper method of measuring this. And here you can see I already said that we are comparing known quantity with some unknown quantity. Here this is the unknown quantity and the pencil is the known quantity. And so at the ancient time people used to measure like this. They just selected particular type of thing and just started to measure. But the problem is this is not a standard method. All of the person got different values or different length for the same board. So we can say this is not a proper method, and so that's why we are representing or we are deriving a new method for measuring the length or expressing the measurement, and that's we are going to discuss. Before that we have to study something. For the known quantity, here again we are coming to this point. Here we have unknown quantity and known quantity. And this known quantity having a fixed quantity and it is called unit. That means for the known quantity it is having a fixed quantity. That means we already said that we know the value, and that is called what? The unit. So actually when we are talking about 5 pencil means the pencil is the unit here, and 12 pencil means the pencil is the unit, and here also the pencil is the unit. But the problem is this, all the pencil is having different length. That is only some of the example. We will study what it is. And so for the measurement, basically it have two parts. For all of the measurements it will have two parts. And what are they? One is the number and other is the unit. This is for all the measurements. It is having two parts. One having the part is number and other is the unit. When you observe here also you can see that this 5 is the number and the unit here we use this pencil. That is not a proper usage of unit. We will study what unit we are using daily. So for every measurement or for every method of expressing the measurement we need two components, that is the number and the unit. Here the number is this and the pencil is what? The unit. By considering the pencil we are using to measure the length of the board. And now we are going to study what is the standard method of measuring the length. So in the ancient time, here also by considering the vehicles, we have some sort of different types of modes of transport in the ancient days. In the similar way, ancient people used some of the different methods to measure the length. What we are using in our nowadays? Simply we are using our meter scale, centimeter, like things. But it was not in the ancient times and we used something different. And now we are going to discuss that, and that is cubit. This is one of the things. This cubit means the length from the elbow to tip of our finger. That means this length. And we use this in the flower shops. Muram. That is this cubit. The length from elbow to fingertip. Length from elbow to fingertip. That is what cubit. It is a type of measurement. And the another one is this foot. It is also a type of measurement, and the length of this foot is different in different regions. So we are not talking about the length actually here. So foot is also a type of measurement. The other one is this yard. Yard is, we are just stretching our hand and the length to other shoulder. This is what? 1 yard. We are using this to measure the length of the cloth. That is what? Yard. So we can explain this yard is nothing but the length between outstretched arm and chin or our shoulder. So that is what? Yard. And the another measurement is this angle. Angle is used to measure small lengths, that is nothing but our finger. That is the length of the finger. And also mutti, that is our fist. That is the length of the or the quantity we are using to measure the length in the ancient times. So these all are we used in our ancient times. But the problem is this most of the things we are comparing with our body parts. And you know, by considering my body and your body, the size is different. Your body is very small, and when it is considering to myself, it is having some variation is there. So within this all the methods we can say, like we use the pencil. This is also something not at all a proper method. It is varying with different person. So we can't say it is one standard method. That's how we are deriving some new method to measure the length. And that system is called metric system. We derived this in 1790. And that system is called metric system. So we derived one new standard method in 1790 and the system is called metric system. And also this system is considered or allowed by the whole the world, and that system is called SI unit. SI unit means the standard unit, and we call it as international system of units. International system of units. What is the SI unit? So now the question is, what is the SI unit for the length? Here in this chapter we are only discussing about the length. For the different quantities the SI unit is different. For the length it is a particular quantity. For the kilogram or for the weight it is another. Likewise it is different. For the time it is another SI unit. So in this chapter we are discussing about the length. So what is the SI unit for the length? It is very simple. The SI unit of length is nothing but the meter. This is familiar for us, and the meter is the standard unit or SI unit. And don't think the standard unit is kilometer, centimeter, millimeter, not like that. Our basic concept is nothing but the meter. And also, what is this meter? In your hand, you are using centimeter scale now. What is the length in that? 15 centimeter small scale or 30 centimeter big scale you are using. Actually, this 15 centimeter scale is a small region in this meter scale. So this together is what? 1 meter scale. And this is having the small region is what? This 15 centimeter scale. So now we want to study what is this meter or meter scale. Within the meter scale, and also we want to study what is the relation between this meter and centimeter. Very simple. I already said that this 15 centimeter is a small section. That means this centimeter is something small compared to the meter. So now we are going to check what is the relation between meter and centimeter. So I am going to tell you that I am just dividing this 1 meter scale into 100 equal parts. I am just taking this scale and am just cutting this scale into 100 equal parts. 100 equal parts. And within this 100 equal parts, I am just taking one piece. And that one piece is what? 1 centimeter. So we can say this 1 meter is equal to, we can denote this meter with the small m, is equal to 100 centimeter. Centimeter can be denoted by cm. So what is this centimeter and meter? Meter is a particular length, and then we are dividing this meter into 100 equal parts. Then that small one section is the 1 centimeter. Or we can say 1 meter is equal to 100 equal parts of centimeter. So you want to remember this relation, 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. Now just take your scale and observe, and you can see that within the length you can see 1, 2, 3, like the 15 is what? The centimeter. And when you observe this one, you can see some sort of small lines are there. That means here the 0 is there and here the 1 is there. And within this region you can see some of the small lines are there. And how many lines are there? Please count it. How many lines are there between the 0 and 1 or 1 and 2? Actually, there we have 10 equal parts or 10 lines. Actually, we are dividing this 1 centimeter into 10 equal parts, and one section is called 1 millimeter. That is the small region within this 1 centimeter is what? 1 millimeter. So here nothing is there. We are studying the relationship within this metric system. First we said that within the metric system the basic unit is meter. First thing we said, meter. The second point is this, we want to study the relation between the centimeter, millimeter and all. So for measuring small quantities, we need some small quantities like centimeter, millimeter, etc. So now the question is, what is the relation between the meter, centimeter and millimeter? Nothing is there. 1 meter, we can denote this meter is small m. 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeter. And also 1 meter is equal to how much millimeter? Actually, it is 1 meter is equal to 1000 millimeter. You just want to study this values. And also how much centimeter is the, how much millimeter is there in the centimeter? 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeter. So these are the relations. You just want to remember. So these are all the things, and this is all about the small quantities. Now how we can measure something very big? Is it possible to take the meter scale and continuously measuring? No. We are measuring that using a bigger quantity, and we are using which measurement? Using the length of the travel. That means how much distance is there between the school and the home, or from Perambra to Kozhikode. We are using kilometer. So we are using this kilometer to represent big quantities. And also we have another huge length measurements are there, like the light year and all. You will study it in later. So this kilometer is actually 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. So just study these values. Only that we need here. And in this region we have one simple question is there, and then we will conclude this. The question is this: height of a person is 1.65 meter. We want to express this in centimeter and millimeter. In this region, the questions will come like this. A particular length is there within the meter is this, and you want to convert this to centimeter and millimeter. The method is very simple. First we want to write 1 meter is equal to dash centimeter. And how much centimeter is there in 1 meter? We know it is 100 centimeter. So we want to find 1.65 meter is equal to dash centimeter. For that we want to multiply this 100 with this 1.65. That means 1.65 into 100. So what is the value? It is 165 centimeter. 165 centimeter is the answer. That means we just converted this 1.65 meter to centimeter. Now the next thing is this: we want to convert this 1.65 meter to millimeter. How we can convert? Here also we want to write 1 millimeter is equal to dash 1 meter is equal to dash millimeter. And how much millimeter is there? We already discussed. The value is 1000. So we want to convert this 1.65 to 1000. For the millimeter. That means 1.65 meter is equal to dash millimeter. That is our question. So we want to multiply this 1.65 into 1000. So our value is this 1650 millimeter. 1650 millimeters are there. So we converted this meter to millimeter. Here we converted the meter to centimeter. So when we want to convert meter to centimeter, the only thing we want to multiply the value with 100. And when we want to convert the meter to millimeter, we want to multiply it with 1000. That is the only thing. And also in this region, another question will come that to convert meter to kilometer. That is here the meter to centimeter and millimeter. That means here we are converting big quantity to small quantity. And also the question will come the meter to kilometer. That means this is small and to big. How we can convert? And I will show one example for that. The question is this: to convert 3250 meter to dash kilometer. How we can convert this? We can convert it very simple. In this region, that is here, this is small and we want to convert it to big quantity. So in this case we are not multiplying this, but we are dividing this. That is, we want to divide this 3250 with 1000. So our value is 3.25 kilometer. That is 3250 meter is equal to 3.25 kilometer. So the thing is very simple. When we are converting big to small unit, then we are multiplying that. And when we are converting small to big, we are dividing that. That is the only thing you have to take care in this region. So this is all about today's topic. We explained about the transportation methods and all. Then we discussed about the measurement and the standard unit of length. And in the coming day, we will continue this topic by taking care of the how to measure length and all. So we will meet in the next class with the coming topics. Thank you.